Welcome back to the Gauntlet of Greatness. I'm Randy Buehler, joined once again by Shadow Datella. How you doing, Shadow?
Doing well.
Doing well. You should be doing well. I know which side of this matchup you're going to get to play. Wow, all right, let's look at the bracket first. Talk to everybody where we are. We are in the Arabian Nights bracket. So, got our giant bracket of 24 decks. The big boys have entered the fray. Jeskai Control, this is basically the deck Sean McLaren won the Pro Tour with. Not the most recent Modern Pro Tour, but the one before that. Paired against Loam Pox, which beat up the Scapeshift deck. Kind of a good matchup for any deck that's going to attack lands. And you know what? This is kind of a good matchup for Loam Pox, too. So this Loam Pox deck threatening to turn into our Cinderella. Here's the list I'm using for Blue-White-Red Control. This is just the list that Sean McLaren actually used to win the Pro Tour. I mean, the way Blue-White-Red Control works, you kind of want to customize it based on the metagame that you're expecting, right? You've got removal spells like Path and Lightning Bolt. You can sweep the board with Anger of the Gods or Supreme Verdict, depending on what it is you want to kill. You've got, a bunch of counter spells, Mana Leak, Spell Snare, Remand, Cryptic. You can kind of decide the mix. You've got Snapcasters to give you recursion and card advantage. You've got Sphinx's Revelation to give you late game and card advantage. This version is pretty heavy on burn. It's fully 4 Helix, 3 Electrolyze, 4 Lightning Bolt. So it's particularly good against small creatures. But, I mean, you've got your counter spells. You've got resilient threats like Celestial Colonnade. It's just sort of a good, well-rounded control deck. It wants to trade cards in the early game and then win in the mid to late game, either with overwhelming card advantage from Sphinx's Revelation or just attacking with 4/4 flyers. Johnny's Vengeance can also give you some game as well. I couldn't really customize this for the metagame because we get 24 decks, right? You've seen the bracket. You've looked at the bracket. Every one of these decks is approximately 4% of the metagame. So what are you going to do? You can't really customize. You just look at it, and I figured I'd just grab the one that won the Pro Tour and play Sean's version. So this is Sean McLaren's list. We'll see what happens. The pairings, the way they worked out, we are paired against Loam Pox, Raphael Levy's favorite deck. He swears by it. He's been customizing it for months and months, put up a pretty good result at the Pro Tour. This deck is just, it has so many crazy synergies in it. You've got the color sword here, but stuff goes to the graveyard, and then stuff comes back from the graveyard. That's the short version. You can get stuff into the graveyard with Zombie Infestation or Life from the Loam, dredging the Life from the Loam. The Life from the Loam is really, I mean, it's in the name of the deck for a reason. The synergies with Life from the Loam are kind of insane. You can get fetch lands, of course, to make sure you've always got lands, but you've also got Ghost Quarter that you can recurse. You've got Tectonic Edge that you can recurse. So against a lot of decks in Modern, they're never going to get above 4 land because they're going to play non-basics and you're going to destroy them with your Tech Edge. So you've kind of got this super disruptive attack your lands side of the deck. Smallpox also attacks the lands, among other things, obviously. But meanwhile, all the threats are resilient. You're going to dredge Bloodghast into the yard, or you're going to discard them to Zombie Infestation. Squee can obviously create zombies or come back for whatever reason you like. Faithless Looting, you can discard your Squeeze. Oh, you can flash it back after you dredge it. It's Lingering Souls wind up in the graveyard. You can attack with them. I mean, it's not the fastest of decks, but it is crazy good at setting up these sort of recursive engines that just eventually attack and attack and attack the opponent until they fall over and die. So that's what I'm up against. No problem, right? All right. I'm going to be playing the control side. I would normally be really excited about playing the Jeskai control side of this matchup, but I've practiced it a little bit. And I'm not sure I like my chances. So we'll see what happens. All right. I've set up a match in Open Constructed. I am going to put Shadow on mute, and I will come back and talk with him more after the match is over.
You currently have 2 matches set up, Randy? I don't even know how.
I will cancel one of my 2 matches. Yeah. Should only be 1 now. Should just be 1 now, right? Yeah, okay, there you are. Great. Let's play! All seems good. All right. 3 lands, spells. I don't know. I mean, I feel like, I guess I don't have red mana. I do have a path. Cryptic Command's terrible. Can I mulligan 3 land 4 spells? I think I just have to keep this and hope that he has a mediocre draw and then I'm able to implement sort of a normal version of my game plan. Colonnade. Yeah. I mean, if I have enough fetch lands, I can actually get enough basic lands to kind of mostly be able to operate, but it's not really what this draw lets me do. Oh, there it is. Probably gonna get basic mountain with that. I'm gonna start burning him right away. I feel like I'm not gonna have a ton of mana over the course of the game, and it's going to be hard to play long enough to build up to Celestial Colonnade, so burning him down from 20 is a thing that can happen. I'm going to obviously wind up using a Path to Exile on that guy, but there's no reason to give him an extra land yet. It's actually a really bad draw from him if all he's got is turn 2 Bloodghast. Yeah, please Colonnade. Interesting. I could just not give him a land, and I could plan to be locking it down with a Johnny. I mean, it's turn 2. I don't love the idea of giving him free lands. Yeah, we'll take 2 damage here. Sure. What does he have to see? What does he get to put in the yard? That is the question. He gets to put Squee into the graveyard. Hilarious. And a brown scale, which he could dredge. It's not a very good draw phase for him, though. It's mostly there for the burn matchup. Probably get sideboarded out. So, Overgrown Tomb tapped. Again, I can path. I path, then I can burn him with this. Or I can just play Cryptic Command.
Call from 70382904887.
What? Yeah, I don't want to path him. I don't want to... he's got enough land. He's up to 3 now. Let's just get this... Let's just get this gone. Play Johnny or leave up Cryptic Command? I think play Johnny is the answer. Planeswalker with nobody on the board? That's got to be good, right? And now I think I go up with a Johnny. Yeah, definitely got to be up. Looks like we can deny red mana. I mean, if we get up to Johnny's ultimate, maybe that's a game I can win. Sure. Brown scale found him a Raven's Crime. It's less than ideal. Pretty good against me. Huh. So, if he's got lands in his hand, he can start attacking my hand with the Raven's Crime, although that doesn't actually deal with the Johnny. He does not have a Life from the Loam yet that we know of. Great, now he has a Tech Edge, so I'm probably losing Celestial Colonnade. Yep, these things happen. Cryptic Command just seems terrible. Rather have lands. He hasn't shown me life from the Loam yet, so. Yeah, he discards a land for Raven's Crime. Alright. Well. I'm going to keep playing lands. I'm going to dream of someday maybe attacking with Celestial Colonnade. And I'm going to lock down a red mana. It's 6 cards in his hand. I mean, the red mana is preventing him from flashing back these Faithless Lootings, so that part's kind of going, oh, he's got the light from the Loam. That is annoying. Not yet. Maybe later. Not this turn. No Tech Edge, no Raven's Crime. Later. Keep your red mana locked. I need 5 to activate that, so I need 1 more land. Dredges his life from the Loam, of course. Didn't hit anything particularly interesting. Wow, he's going to summon Golgari Brownscale? Sure. Love this. Interesting. I can Tech Edge him, or I can attack him with Colonnade. I mean, Tech Edging him, he's got life from the Loam. He's known to have life from the Loam. So it's not like I can color screw him that way. In fact, if I blow up this, then he can actually... It actually lets him life from the Loam for untapped red mana, if that matters. Yeah, I think I just start taking pot shots at him. May as well play it, though, in case he makes me discard. Well, we got the Celestial Colonnade mana. That part seems good. And I mean, Ajani can ultimate. Brownscale. That's fine. I mean, I just ultimate Ajani, right? I mean, I lose him if I do that. So, I mean, I could do 1 more turn of pinning his mana down. But, I mean, he's got this Golgari Brownscale dork that can actually pressure a low counter Ajani. I think I just... Yeah, one-sided Armageddon. Attacking with Colonnade. It feels like I win from there. Take it! Yeah, Brownscale's ability to pressure the Ajani is actually kind of relevant, so. Should win when you have ultimate Ajani, right? Isn't that how this should work? I don't see any real point in leaving up Mana Leak here, but I don't really want to play an island because I don't want to Raven's Crime my Mana Leak, so. Yep, we should just win from here. What does that do? That gets Lightning Helix? So I can leave up Mana Leak and I can Snapcaster Lightning Helix? Whatever. Let's just hit him for 4. He's mana screwed. I will attempt to put him out of his misery. Though I guess now, having more mana is starting to feel better. I know he can't discard lands to Raven's Crime because I know he doesn't have any. Nice. Got one. I'll take it. This card into the deck. I would like to attack your graveyard. I would like to sweep away the zombies that you're capable of making. I would like to be able to remove Bloodghast from the game. Counterspells are terrible. I mean, Threads is probably better than Counterspells, so this kills Bloodghast, so that's better. Cryptic seems quite bad. I don't think Electrolyze is how I win this. Path seems solid. I mean, both Helix do enough damage that I kind of like them. I like Johnny there. I feel like these Cryptics are just not where the game goes. Sphinx's Rev is also on the weak side, so I'm tempted to pull those, but I think the games that I win, sometimes they will go long enough. Like if I can, if I'm playing lands out of the graveyard with my Crucible, or I'm controlling his Tech Edge shenanigans with Relic, then I can actually get to Sphinx's Rev. I think I might be a favorite now that I'm up a game. It's not clear. I mean, the matchup is bad enough that he might still be favored, to more likely to win 2 straight than I am to win either. But we'll see. Yeah, Celestial Purge can kill Zombie Infestation too. Okay, I like the 5 lands part, but there's none of my great anti-graveyard cards, none of my sideboard cards, and the hand doesn't actually go anywhere. Try again. Better. Yeah, this card seems good. This card seems good too. Oh, awesome. Yeah, I can kill Infestations and Bloodghasts. So, how do I play this? It's valuable to get basics. I have 2 fetch lands. None of which, I think I just get that comes into play tapped out of the way. With Crucible, I'm not as worried about Tech Edge. Definitely want to Celestial Purge that. I want an island? I think I want... Well, if I island, then I can't anger next turn. I can get a mountain with this. Or obviously I can get a dual land. I don't particularly want to get a dual land. I can get a mountain. So what? I wait and see what he discards and then decide if I'm going to Celestial Purge or let him untap? He chose not to discard anything. Eee. Oh, wow. I'm definitely floating the mana. Although I guess I have no reason to let him know that this is about to happen until after he's done with his discards. So I'm going to lose a card. I'm going to lose a land. I guess I'm okay. I think the card is a land. I'll still have 4. No, I'll have 3. But 3 is good enough to get to Crucible. Wow, these decisions are weird. Whatever. Smallpox resolves. Discard the stupid Sulfur Falls? No, I think it's the Colonnade. I could lose the colonnade. Then I can at least get myself her falls untapped. Yeah, I think I could come back for the colonnades later. Bloodgast. Yeah, if he wants to make zombies, I can clean him up with anger in a couple of turns. That anger can also potentially. Oh, wow. He discarded a second Bloodgast and a life from the Loam. This game's going to get weird fast. And a second life from the Loam Liliana. Okay, so he discarded his entire hand to make 2 zombies, which is exactly what I wanted him to do. Now I'm set up to go Anger of the Gods next turn. Hopefully he will play a land first to get this Bloodgast into play. Because what I want to do is I want to use Anger of the Gods to exile that Bloodgast, and both zombies. I no longer need to stop on my own end step. Like, come on, have a land. Surely you have a land. Oh, he doesn't have a land! How do I play this? Hilarious. I guess I kill one of the zombies and play Crucible. Yeah, I mean, I don't want to keep taking damage, but I definitely want to get the Bloodgasts. So, okay, I'll blunt the damage and spend my turn on a Crucible of Worlds. Can he not have a land? I guess I did know its entire hand was empty, but still. So maybe I should have bolted combat, assuming he wouldn't have a land? I don't know. Hopefully I don't lose this game by 2 damage, because then I would have regrets. Okay, Tech Edge doesn't do anything. I would like white mana. I could get a fetch land, or I could get a colonnade. I think I'll just get a colonnade. He's going to come out with haste. He doesn't have the land this turn. The next turn, they're going to have haste. I'm actually going to take an annoying amount of damage before I can sweep them with anger. It's 10 life or less, right? It's weird, is it? I honestly don't know if it's good or bad that he's not drawing lands. What a weird match. He's correct. All right. More lands out of the yard. You just keep getting colonnades? Am I going to path the friggin' zombie? Triggering the friggin' Bloodgasts? It's actually not insane. Maybe I do. I'm going to give him a land so that his Bloodgasts will come back. I can't put it right, can it? Maybe I'm supposed to anger the zombie and then I can path the first Bloodgast but not the second one? This is also weird. But this Bloodgasts are going to come back and they're going to be hasty. So I don't really want to take 4 damage from them. So you can have a land so that the Bloodgast can come back haste free and die to my Anger of the Gods. That's my plan. I save 6 damage this way, which is starting to sort of become relevant. just like, I'm doubling the amount of mana he has access to, though. Whatever. It's not like I'm going to win the game while he's mana screwed. Tech Edge doesn't do anything yet. Do I want to crack fetch lands? I guess I have more basics. I don't know if I want more fetch lands. Like, do I want to pay life or do I just want to play lands from my hand? I don't think 9 versus 8 is going to matter. I think thinning is good. All right. I'll go get lands. It's weird. I've been drawing lands, which is less than ideal, obviously. I stuck a Crucible, which is awesome, but then my draw phase has been, what, 3 land and a Path to Exile? I'd be really sad if I lose this game. Sticking a Crucible and angering, and now he's got life from the Loam. What is he getting? Polluted Delta, Ghost Quarter Swamp. Okay. And Ghost Quarter doesn't bother me. Well, maybe it means I'm not supposed to get a basic? Yeah, maybe I'm just supposed to keep getting duels. Because it is Ghost Quarter. Yeah, I'm down to 1 plains, 1 island. Cool. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Time to start attacking. Keep the Tech Edge as a surprise, I guess. Yeah, I guess. Take 4. Dredge's life from the Loam. Golgari Brown Scale. Oh, the Ancient Grudge. Alright. Well, I got a lot of value out of that Crucible. Now he's got a Ghost Quarter. Does that fizzle Tech Edge? How does this work? Activate only if they control 4 or more. So if I get a chance to activate it, then that just works. I'll have to draw a Sphinx's Revelation. That is kind of how this deck works. You're supposed to like do all this awesome stuff and then draw Sphinx's Revelation. I mean, he's got Ghost Quarter Tech Edge, so I probably don't want to get basics because I want to have the basics to get with Ghost Quarter. Yeah, that sounds right. Keep drawing lands. Also means he can kill my Celestial Colonnade if I sink 1,000,000 mana into it. And I had Tech Edge Crucible. I was gonna Tech Edge the Tech Edge deck, the Loam deck. Would have been so much fun. I feel like I should just kill Blood Crypt though. This forces him to do all kinds of Loam shenanigans if he wants to even have red mana. If I activate Colonnade, it's going to get Ghost Quartered. But then at least I force him to Ghost Quarter, which then continues to set him behind on mana. Doesn't set me behind on mana, but it forces him, yeah, to stay pinched on mana. So I think I'm okay with getting Ghost Quarter here, and I'm obviously okay with dealing 4 damage. Yes. Sphinx's Revelation, one time. Lingering Souls and Bloodghast for him. I mean, obviously I have an anger. His play is... Alright, what's he getting? Blood Crypt, Ghost Quarter, Polluted Delta. Fair enough. Yeah, this doesn't cost anything. Hasty. Yeah, Ghost Quarter really is going to win the fight long term against my Colonnade, isn't it? It's just how that works. Where's my Sphinx's Revelation? Yeah. Second Lingering Souls. Can't spell snare it. Man, I'm gonna lose this game, aren't I? After sticking a Crucible for 1,000,000 years, I'm still gonna lose this game. Pretty much have to draw something super good exactly next turn. Sphinx's Rev being the obvious card. Just keeps dredging brown scales. Man, if the deck can win this game, how did I get one? Guess I don't actually care about that, do I? No, I don't think I do. I want to leak. Lingering Souls is what I want to do. I think I get two, right? Come on, you know you want to. Hit me. Jeez, he's got so many cards in his hand that he's discarding. That's nuts. I don't see any real point in tech edging him. Obviously, he's got unlimited lands. Turn 13, he's going to beat me here. Oh, wow, he's going to flame jab me for the win. Got the Raven's Crime going. He's got a Flame Jet. He Ghost Quarter to all of my lands. Wow, what a crazy game. This matchup is so terrible. Wow. All right. Let's go to the sideboard. We already went to the sideboard. We already drew sideboard cards. I need to draw these sideboard cards. This doesn't do anything, right? I mean, what? I don't know. What even one I would be taking out. I mean, that game went. We had the Celestial Purge for his Infestation. We 2-for-1'd him with Anger, killing 2 Bloodghasts. I couldn't. I didn't have anything to attack and win the game with, right? He blew up the colonnades, so we had nothing to attack with because it doesn't have any creatures in it. Never drew a Snapcaster, I guess. Yeah, Snapcaster would have been good at a lot of points in the game. Whatever. We've got the deck configured reasonably. Just a super hard matchup. Let's see what happens this time. Yes, I would like to play first. I would like to keep this draw, even though I only have 2 lands. I'm going to crack Scalding Tarn, or I just do it off a Tech Edge? I think I do it off a Tech Edge. So I don't really want to thin, and I don't really want to commit to 2 colors until I have to. Obviously, I need blue mana. Double red anger means I would get blue-red land here. Can't afford to get basics because I don't have enough mana that produces colors. I just won't crack the fetch land until he forces me to cast a blue spell, though. Oh, that's annoying. Do I remand that? I think I might just remand that. I could also mana leak it. Make him show me lands. Weird. Yeah, both of those sound reasonable. I think remand is the answer. You get more information and hopefully get more lands. Maybe leak with relic would have been better. I should have leaked it and relicked it. That's what I should have done. I guess he gets priority first, so he can go land crack it. Wouldn't have worked, but now what do I discard? Anger, because I don't have double red. The Johnny's been great. I don't think it's a Snapcaster. Still no lands. That's all very annoying. Now Retrace also beats my Relicate. Yeah, I'm content with the way I've played this. Just need a more in-between amount of lands in my deck, right? Somewhere in between what I had this game and what I had last game. I think this is worth, yeah, this is definitely worth a mana leak. I mean, he has the flashback, but then I have plowed my way through the Ancient Grudge. I think that has value. Yeah. Oh, I guess I could have cantripped. That's what I should have done. I should have spent my mana cantripping. Still would have gotten it. I would have got the second half of the Ancient Grudge because there would have been no targets. Yeah, I played that bad. My fault. I just wasn't thinking. Should have cracked it for cantrip. Blah. I just could not resist the urge to defend it. Ooh, that's perfect. That spell snare, that is your mission in life. Counter the zombie infestation. 3. Keep forgetting to update. Sorry, guys. There you go. 1-1. Now the Bloodghast after I lost my anger. It would be great if I had white mana. Crazy. The last 2 games. Disparity of my mana draws have been kind of crazy. That's how magic works, right? Part of why it stays so interesting. And you've got Loam. So far only a fetch land, but now the dredging turns on. Yep. Can't do anything about that. Man, Ancient Grudge. Both these games, I've had my sideboard card, and he's brought in Ancient Grudge in order to blow up my sideboard cards, and it's worked. Oh man, I wish I had that anger. Still okay. I mean, white mana, path, Snapcaster, path is all very... Shouldn't die to these Bloodghasts. That is... Shouldn't... Going to die to these Bloodghasts. I can play my Snapcasters as +2 life. So terrible. Still on fetch lands from the dredge on a brown scale. Squee has entered the building. Oh, this path can do such good work if I draw white mana. We did it. I don't know if we have time, but we did it. I think I want basic. Wow. Sometimes you just need a dork to attack with, I guess. Oh, I should have lightning bolted brown scale when I had the mana last turn. Oh, I totally should have lightning bolted brown scale. That's annoying. The angles this deck comes at me from are so annoying. It's so effective. More Bloodghasts. He's got a Lingering Souls in there too. And I'm not going to have time. I've got the Snapcasters now, but there's no way I'm going to have time here. Do what we can do. Take 3 down to 4. But yeah, the fires. I mean, I could have killed the brown scale. I could be at 6. It's just so not going to matter. Let's get another Bloodghast to come back. He's got more lands. Yeah, it's not a Johnny. I gotta try Snapcastering lightning bolts, which my mana doesn't even let me do. And Bolt Purge go to 1. Flame Jab for the win. Smallpox for the win. No, just more Buehler Brown Scales. Tough but fair. Can I Snapcaster anything? How close am I to Snapcaster Anger is actually good, right? If I draw an untapped, if I draw an island, I can Snapcaster Anger. Oh, that's funny. Instead, Purge doesn't do anything, Bolt doesn't do enough. Yeah, I can't kill both flyers. Kablam! That is a crazy match. That is a crazy matchup. Good job, Shadow.
I have no idea how I won game 2.
Neither do I! I thought I had game 2.
I thought you had that completely locked up. Like I was playing, you know, just out of stubbornness, but...
Wow, yeah. No, game 2 was crazy. Obviously, I had the Crucible forever. The problem was I had a handful of land. I mean, fundamentally, I was thoroughly mana flooded. I played Crucible, and then 3 of my next 4 draw phases were land, or like 4 of my next 5, or something crazy like that. And then, yeah, that last game, I only had 2 lands, and I felt like I could sort of fight your recursion because I had a bunch of exile effects right between the Path and the Purge. I could have also purged Squee out of the way, and I don't know. I mean, eventually, I guess I died to just never-ending Brown Scales because I could only do my Path twice, and your threats just never stop. So I'm pretty sure I lose that game. Like, if I'd done it a little more efficiently, or if I'd drawn a land a little earlier, I would have, I think, been alive, and you would have been down to the Brown Scales. Actually, I mean... I can almost Snapcaster for Anger of the Gods. So, like, if you put both Brown Scales into play, maybe I can actually exile them. I don't know. Your deck was doing what your deck is supposed to do, and it's super hard and super annoying for me. So
it's true. Like, I boarded in 2 extra Brown Scales because I was just like, you know what? Like, you're going to Path of Exile some dudes. I'm going to need some more threats.
Yeah. I mean, I could have played a Johnny in game 3 life. I don't know. I'm sure I didn't play game 3 optimally. But I'm also pretty sure that I lose it like a turn or 2 later on all the other paths.
Sure. I mean, you were just mana screwed that game. It's not like I had an amazing start. I got rid of... Did I hit Zombie Infestation the 3rd game? Or just the 2nd game, right?
I think it was just the 2nd game.
Yeah. And, like, the Ancient Grudges were so key out of the board.
Yeah. No, that was the 3rd game, right? I had the Relic. Like, I finally had my Relic of Progenitus, but you found Ancient Grudge. And that was one of the places I could have played more optimally. I should have sacked it to draw a card instead of mana leaking, but whatever. 2nd game was the one I was supposed to win, I guess, although I'm not supposed to win this matchup. Like, your deck just matches up so well. It would have been a lack of justice if I'd won somehow, I think.
Well, I mean, in our practice games, we learned that Zombie Infestation just destroys you, but you were able to avoid that in these games.
Yeah, well, yeah. Yeah, I mean, Anger helps a little and Purge helps a little, but it's very good against me. It's just all the recursion is good against me. It doesn't just I mean, if you have Life from the Loam going, then Zombie Infestation destroys me, and Raven's Crime destroys me, and Bloodghast destroys me, and like everything in your deck destroys me if you have any kind of recursive engine going. And it's really hard for you to not have something going, I guess. I don't know,
very true.
Games.
Yeah, no, good games. I learned playing, playing a bunch of practice matches online, and every game I have to bring in all my artifact hate. Because people just have so much artifact destroy my graveyard, and then I just get sad.
Yeah, the chat for the
Worlds was new to me. I was like, all right, well, that's something else I'm going to have to destroy, but...
The chat was actually talking about how your Ancient Grudge, they thought it was a little unfair that you had Ancient Grudge. It's like you knew my deck list or something. But I think you came by it honest and played it correctly. Like, they're going to have something in their sideboard to attack the graveyard, so bring in the Ancient Grudge.
Everyone has artifacts to take out the yard, so bring it in.
Okay, awesome. All right, well played. Good games. See where we are in the bracket. We are up in the top right in the Arabian Nights quadrant, and yeah, Loam Pox making a run straight from the vote-in all the way through to, I guess that's the Elite Eight now. Going to be playing to win the region next time we get back to this side of the bracket. Cool stuff. Good game, Shadow. See you next time.
See you next time.